Welcome back to the deep dive. We take the stack of sources you send us, the articles, the research, the reviews, and we distill it all down into, well, instant, actionable knowledge.
And today we are tackling a big one.
Oh, yeah. We are resolving the great tech debate that you see on every flight, in every coffee shop.
Ah.
The over-ear noise-canceling headphone showdown.
It's a fierce competition.
It really is.
Yeah.
We've got three absolute giants in the ring. There's the new version of the workhorse, the Sony WH-1000X M6. Then the king of comfort, the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra, the second-gen model, and of course the premium player, the Apple AirPods Max. So our mission for you is simple. We're not just going to list a bunch of specs.
No, that's not the case.
We're going to synthesize exactly which headphone fits which lifestyle. Are you a professional, a commuter? Are you just completely locked into the Apple ecosystem? We're giving you the definitive shortcut to your perfect pair.
And it's such a fascinating area because the user obsession is completely warranted. I mean, this technology has just leaped forward in the last few years.
Absolutely.
We talk about high-end over-ear active noise cancellation ANC. We're setting a baseline of quality that's it's a world away from your standard earbuds.
And that baseline is so critical. What is it, according to our sources, that makes investing in these so appealing?
It's all about the user experience. The promise is that incredible quiet, that feeling that lets you concentrate or relax or just listen to music properly. But the key thing, and this is important, is that unlike a lot of in-ear options, these high-end models deliver that silence without that uncomfortable pressure sensation.
Oh, a vacuum feeling.
Exactly, that feeling that your eardrums are being sucked out. For a lot of people, that's a total deal breaker.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Before we even get into performance, let's talk fundamentals. You put them on your head, what's the experience? Our sources say these are great for the gym, the commute, the office. But the first real differentiator has to be comfort, right? If you're wearing them for 8 hours, comfort is king.
It's the whole game. And the sources are pretty decisive here. These are all premium, but the design choices lead to a massive difference in comfort and portability.
So this is the first filter for you, the listener.
Absolutely. Taking the crown is the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra, the second gen. It's universally rated 5 out of 5 for comfort.
A perfect score.
A perfect score. Reviewers literally call it the most comfortable pair they've ever worn. The secret is a mix of its lightweight, just 250 grams, and these ultra-soft ear cushions. You genuinely forget you're wearing them.
Okay, so that's the benchmark. What about the Sony WH-1000X M6?
Right on its heels, a solid 4 out of 5. It's 254 grams, so basically the same weight as the Bose.
So the slight difference in the score must be from something else. Clamping force, maybe? The materials?
That's the thinking, yeah. But let's be clear, both of these are incredibly lightweight, perfect for all-day wear.
And then there's the third one.
And then we get to the Apple AirPods Max, the low score here, just a 3 out of 5. And the reason is, well, it's just gravity. The weight. They come in at a massive 384 grams.
Okay, I have to jump in here. 384 grams versus 250. That's nearly 50% heavier. That's not just a number on a spec sheet. That's something you feel.
You absolutely feel it. Over a 20-minute call. Maybe not.
Sure.
But over a 6-hour flight. That weight, combined with the pressure from that rigid aluminum frame, it starts to create fatigue in your neck, on the top of your head. It's a genuine ergonomic concern for anyone wearing them all day.
Which brings us to portability, because you don't just care about the weight on your head, but also the bulk in your bag. Right?
Exactly. This is the second huge deciding factor for travelers. The design dictates your packing routine.
So how do they stack up?
Well, the Sony XM6 and the Bose QC Ultra are both designed for travel. They fold flat, they collapse down, they fit into a nice compact case. They're made to take up minimal space.
And the Apple AirPods Max, that beautiful aluminum design has a downside here, doesn't it?
It's completely rigid. They do not fold.
At all.
Not at all. They have that famous or infamous smart case,
Right.
which protects them, sure, but it doesn't solve the bulk problem. They take up so much more space in a bag. For anyone who travels light, the Apple design is a real point of friction.
A massive tiebreaker, like you said. Okay, so let's get into performance. We've established the physical differences. Now for the two things that really define these headphones, the silence and the sound.
This is where we separate the elite from the merely excellent. And for pure noise canceling, we have another near-perfect tie at the top.
Let me guess, Sony and Bose.
Sony and Bose. Both get a perfect 5 out of 5 rating.
What's driving the Sony performance? They've been the leader in this space for a while.
The sources credit a brand new processor in the XM6 that's dedicated entirely to noise cancellation. Just samples and counteracts the noise around you faster and more accurately. It's a pure tech play.
And the Bose. Also a 5 out of 5, but our sources say their ANC is more natural. What does that mean for the user?
That goes right back to that pressure point we talked about. Bose has mastered how to wipe out the drone of an airplane engine without creating that uncomfortable physical side effect. The silence just feels easier.
Okay, and this is where it gets interesting. The Apple AirPods Max score a 4 out of 5 for ANC.
They do.
Wait a minute, they're the heaviest, the most expensive, and they score lower on the core feature than their rivals.
That's one of the surprising takeaways from the reviews, yeah. The Apple ANC is excellent, don't get me wrong, but in head-to-head tests against the newest Sony and Bose hardware, they just don't kill the world quite as effectively, especially those really low frequencies, like an engine hum.
So once the world is quiet, what do you hear? The sound profiles are apparently very different.
Oh, completely different. This is a critical choice.
Okay.
You're basically picking your favorite flavor of audio.
Let's start with Sony.
The XM6 has a really strong identity. Powerful bass. It's described as fun and dynamic.
So good for pop, hip-hop, electronic music.
Exactly. That Grammy-winning audio tuning they talk about is focused on high resolution, sure, but it's delivered through a very popular consumer-friendly profile with a ton of low-end punch.
That classic V-shaped sound most people love right out of the box. How does that contrast with the Bose QC Ultra?
Bose is going for neutrality and detail. Their sound is balanced, refined, and one source specifically calls it the best overall sound quality of the three.
So this is for more critical listening.
Absolutely. If you're listening to podcasts, classical, intricate jazz, the Bose gives you the most faithful reproduction, and they have that unique theater mode, which is amazing for watching movies.
And finally, Apple. Where do the AirPods Max fit in?
A Max is all about an open, natural presentation. They're incredible with vocals, and crucially, they have a wide, airy soundstage.
Okay, for listeners who aren't deep into audiophile terms, what does a wide soundstage actually mean? Why does it matter?
Think of it like a concert hall versus a small room. A wide soundstage makes it feel like the sound isn't trapped inside your head. The instruments and voices seem to come from distinct points around you. It gives acoustic music and big orchestral pieces this sense of space and realism that the others can't quite match.
That's a great way to put it. So you're really buying a headphone tune for your favorite genres.
Right. And now let's pivot to features and the ecosystem. This really gets to the question of, who is this headphone actually for?
Beyond just the sound.
Exactly. Let's start with the Sony WH-1000 XM6. This is their attempt to be the ultimate Swiss Army knife, the best for the all-around user.
And a big part of that is endurance.
A huge part. They have a massive 30-hour battery life. Top tier. That's a full work week of commuting without having to panic about charging.
That's huge.
And beyond that, they're built for remote work. They have an advanced 12 microphone system that's engineered for crystal clear voice calls. If you're on Zoom all day in a noisy house, Sony is positioning itself as the best tool for the job.
Okay, so Sony is the all-around workhorse. What about the Bose QC Ultra? Who are they for?
They target the user who prioritizes comfort plus refined sound, but with a layer of practical longevity.
What do you mean by longevity?
Well, they also have a 30-hour battery, matching Sony. But a key detail is that the ear pads on Bose headphones are easily and efficiently replaceable.
Oh, that's smart.
It's crucial for heavy users. Pads wear out, they get sweaty. Being able to just swap them out means your investment lasts for years longer.
Durability and maintainability. That's a great angle. Okay, so that brings us to the elephant in the room, the Apple AirPods Max. More expensive, heavier, shorter battery life. The features have to justify that price tag.
And they do.
Yeah.
But only if you are all in on the Apple ecosystem.
The integration is the product.
The integration is the product. The sources are clear.
Yeah.
You're paying for the gorgeous aluminum and mesh build, the excellent sound, and the industry-leading spatial audio.
Let's talk about Spiral Audio for a second. Why is that Apple's killer feature?
It's the head tracking.
Yeah.
It makes the audio feel like it's coming from your screen, your iPad, or your Mac, not from inside your headphones.
So it creates a more immersive 3D experience.
It's genuinely impressive for movies and music. Add their amazing transparency mode and the seamless way they switch between your devices without you touching anything. That's the magic you're paying for.
But that magic comes at a cost, and not just in dollars. Let's hit that battery life number again.
Only 20 hours.
20, when the others are offering 30.
Exactly. It feels like a conscious trade-off. That's the difference between flying across the Atlantic and back versus just barely making it one way.
So let's bring it all home. What's the final verdict for the listener trying to choose?
It all comes down to your top priority.
Okay, so if your absolute non-negotiable is all-day comfort and balance detailed sound, you go with the Bose QC Ultra.
That's the one. 5 out of 5 on comfort, best overall sound. It's the clear winner there.
And if you need rugged endurance, that 30-hour battery plus crystal clear mics for work, and you like that fun, punchy bass,
Then the Sony WH-1000XM6 is the ultimate workhorse, the do-it-all option.
and finally, if you live in the Apple world, if that spatial audio, the seamless device switching, and the premium design justify the extra weight and cost,
Then the AirPods Max is the definitive choice. You accept the compromises because the ecosystem experience is just that good for you.
it's fascinating how the competition really forces them to specialize, isn't it?
It really is. It's not about which one is best overall. It's about picking the right tool for your life. Sony and Bose are fighting over ergonomics and endurance. Apple is just demanding that you value the software experience above almost everything else.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to mull over. We talked a lot about ANC and sound, but let's circle back one last time to that weight. The difference between the Bose and Sony at around 250 grams and the Apple at 384 grams, that's huge. So the question is, when you're on a 12-hour travel day, how much is that seamless software integration worth when you're weighing it against literal physical neck fatigue?
It's the ultimate trade-off, isn't it? Luxury versus sustained ergonomic performance. Something to really think about the next time you're shopping for a little bit of silence.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us for the deep dive. We'll see you next time.